Can you believe it's already been a year since I picked up the S25 Ultra? And since then, I've reviewed so many phones that I kind of lost count. But despite that, this thing has always found a place in my bag. Maybe it was the fact that it can record log video, or the fact it just looks so good. But most of all, it can do everything that I need from a phone. I'm Paul, and let's just have a look back at the last 12 months of living and breathing Samsung's latest and greatest. Let me break the video down into 3 parts. Things that I've not used, things that I've really used, and things I just think that Samsung could do better with. But let's start with the parts of the S25 Ultra that I've barely touched. Some of you are already going to hate me for this in the comments, but I'm ready because I can't remember a single time that I've used the S Pen in the last year. And I get it, some of you are die-hard S Pen users, but since Samsung removed Bluetooth from this, I just haven't seen a use for it. I'd rather type than write. And sometimes it just comes out by mistake. And I have a sneaky feeling that the S Pen's days are numbered. Another thing that I've barely used this year is Galaxy AI. Now, I think Samsung do AI really well, but I'm struggling to find something that the S25 Ultra can do that any other Android phone can't do. Gemini and Circle to Search are my main go-tos for AI, and everything else, it just doesn't get used. I had to search Galaxy AI in settings to make sure that I haven't accidentally used anything that I didn't know was AI. I don't mind people in my photos, so I never remove them. I don't remember the last time that I took a phone call for things like call assist, and has anyone ever used writing assist? And then Now Brief. I thought I was going to use this every single day, but I mean, if this is as smart as AI is going to get, then I don't think we have to worry ever about AI taking over. There are some things on this phone though that just haven't got old. 12 months later, this phone still looks superb. It's the best display I've ever used, and I feel like it's holding up really well. I mean, there is one small scratch on the screen. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of just here, and then there's a really small scuff kind of on the side. But yeah, besides that, this is really, really doing well. The S25 Ultra still stands out in a lot of places. The display might not get as bright as some of the newer phones, but it still looks better than pretty much anything that I've used. And still, even now, no one has done the anti-reflective coating as well as the S25 Ultra. Those tiny bezels are a dream. The small camera cutout isn't really that intrusive, and this display, like anything else it has to offer, I am here for it. And as great as that display is, I think the design is pretty much there as well, and I think this is probably the best looking Android phone you can get. It's a bit of a toss-up between the Pixel 10 Pro and the S25 Ultra, but I feel like that the S25 Ultra just takes it. It's the minimalist little look for me. I love it. It's really nice. Another thing that always stands out for me is OneUI. Now, I think that this is probably my favorite Android skin that you can get. And now I'm running the 8.5 beta. This just gets even better. Samsung have slowly refined this in the last 12 months. And now it just makes it more customizable. It's easier to use, and Good Lock alone gives the edge over anything else that I've used. You throw in the Snapdragon 8 Elite and you've got yourself a phone that can do absolutely everything. Now, OneUI is becoming a little iOS-ish, but I mean, whatever Samsung is doing, it's working for me. Something else that is just working for me though is those cameras. I had a bit of a love-hate relationship this year with the S25 Ultra cameras. At first, I was kind of frustrated that we didn't see any meaningful camera upgrades other than the ultra-wide. My biggest complaint though is maybe the 10 megapixel 3x telephoto lens. And I just don't love it. I think it's weak compared to the 5x telephoto, and it's just kind of not great. Away from that though, the one thing I can say for these cameras is that they are consistent, and I know they are not the same quality as some of the 1-inch sensors out there, but you know, quite honestly, I'm not sure I care. I can get some great photos out of this phone from any of those lenses. The main camera is great. The 5x telephoto can get some incredibly nice details, and as much as I haven't used the ultra wide, when I have, it's always impressed me. To be a little nitpicky, I need the cameras to be a little bit better with fast moving objects and have slightly better low light details. But most of the time when I need the S25 Ultra to take a photo, it doesn't let me down. And that is similar for video as well. At the start of last year, I praised the S25 Ultra for having some very impressive video, and it's the closest to an iPhone level video that you can get. It's got some very good details. It works fairly well in low light, and its stabilization, I don't have any complaints. Like, there isn't much more that I can ask for in a phone. The S25 Ultra even introduced log recording, which I thought I would use way more than I actually have, but the reason I haven't used it is that the video right out of camera has been great. I would say the cameras 95% of the time are going to get you a great photo or a great video with not too many complaints. So yeah, the camera, I'm pretty happy with it. The problem with the S25 Ultra is that not everything is great. After spending 12 months with this S25 Ultra, there are definitely things that I wish Samsung just did better. Battery is one of them. I kind of feel like the S25 Ultra battery is inconsistent. It can get you to the end of a day, which is fine, but I think when you have an Ultra branded phone, you just want a little bit more than that. I really want Samsung to add a bigger, better battery in the S26 Ultra, because surely they can't stick with the same 5000 mAh battery again, can they? I would love to see maybe a 6000 mAh battery or some silicon carbon goodness going on in there, but I don't know if Samsung are going to do that. And if they're not going to do that, then at least give me quicker charging. Like 45 watts is okay, but I don't know, give me like 60, 70, 80, maybe like 100 watt charging. Make up for an inconsistent okay battery with like really impressive charging speeds, and then we're kind of on a good level here. I also really miss Qi2 magnets. The Pixel has made me want this on every phone that I use, and now I have a ton of Qi2 charging stands, and I don't know, every time I go back to the S25 Ultra I actually forget that we don't have those Qi2 magnets. And I wish that this was just a little bit lighter. And I know asking for Qi2 magnets built into the phone and wanting it lighter doesn't quite make sense, but this is a beast of a phone, and I've always found it just a little bit heavy. So if Samsung can just trim down this a little bit on the S26 Ultra, then I'm not going to be complaining. And as much as I said that I like the cameras on this thing, it is time for an update somewhere. 200 megapixels are great, but how many generations of Ultra phones can we keep seeing the same sensors with little to no upgrades? And also, yeah, it's time to upgrade that selfie camera, because this also isn't very, very good. Like 2026 is the year Samsung have to do something with their cameras, or they're going to start falling behind. So yeah, that's been my 12 months with the S25 Ultra. It is a beast of a phone. It's held up pretty well, and I mean, it can do so much that I feel like I've barely even pushed it this year. And the best thing about this S25 Ultra is that it's about to tumble in price, because if you believe all of the rumors and the specs, the S26 Ultra is not going to really change much from the S25 Ultra. And if I had to go into 2026 with a 2025 flagship, then yeah, I'd definitely pick the S25 Ultra. But you know, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you can subscribe to the channel before you head off, that would be great. We would really appreciate it. And if you do that, then I'll see you in the next video.